Hello everyone and welcome back to another Roblox video. So, I used to play this superhero Tycoon game that I really liked, but then it stopped getting updated and kind of died. Can't remember. I couldn't find it. I tried to find it today. Couldn't. But, I really enjoyed it. I do miss that game. I got pretty overpowered on that one. Recently, I found this Power Legends Tycoon. And I've been playing it. It reminds me of that Tycoon game. And I discovered a way to get overpowered like really early on. So I'm not just going to show you guys the best way to get better or anything. I'm going to show you guys how to become overpowered. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are in the game. I picked out our Tycoon. But before we do that, I want to thank King for... Oh, my mouse is broken. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I want to thank King for the Robux that he gave me for debroken. He gave me a bunch of Robux. So, yeah, big thanks to him, because now I finally have a half mask for my avatar. Now I'm actually the masked Ronin on here. So, yeah, thank you, King. Also, had to get myself the hat, because I wear a hat very similar to this in real life, like everywhere. It's just mine's brown, has a different kind of feather, but you know, potato tomato. So yeah. Anyway, thank you, King. Really. Now let's get into this. So the first thing you're going to want to do, as always in Tycoon games, is focus on getting your cash flow. Now, if you join the group Now, I would highly recommend you join the group because you'll start with 10,000 cash, giving you the ability to buy the first 5 generators. If you have Roblox Premium, you get another 10,000 on top of that, but if you don't, just get the first 5 generators, then get yourself some money until you can get the 6th generator, which might take a second. Alright? And then you get the last generator, alright? So there we go, we have all the basic cash requirements met. Now, as for the Tycoon I chose, I went with fire, alright? My starter was wind, but for this strategy, fire would actually be best. So, now normally in Tycoon games, you would want to build up the walls and make sure no one can get into your Tycoon to steal your powers and equipment, because people can do that even here. But on this one, we're going to need to get these abilities in order to get some cash. So, yeah. Basically, just get the first 3 abilities, because think about it, alright? First off, this is basically the starter Tycoon, and these are the starter abilities for the starter Tycoon. They aren't super overpowered, so it's not that big a deal if someone just runs in and takes them. Alright, it's the later powers we can get that will be dangerous. But since we don't got those, we ain't got to worry about it. So basically, now you just have to build your Tycoon. Alright, that's the next step to becoming powerful. Now, we could just stay here and wait, but the reason we got the powers was because outside of the Tycoon are these guys, and there's a boss that spawns there sometimes, as you can see. But now, honestly, it just seems a lot easier if you use like shift lock for these abilities. But yeah, basically you just run up and kill these guys. Now, the thing about these guys, yeah, as you can see, they'll drop cash. And these guys drop 100 cash apiece, which is a rather decent amount. I mean, we're already at like 24,000. And I'll see if I can get them to drop it. Alright. They'll also drop something called... Oh. Hold on. This guy only dropped the cash. Alright. So you see this yellow crystal thing? This is a shard. There's 3 types of shards, T1, T2, and T3. This is a T1 shard. You're going to want to pick up as many of those as you can get your hands on. Bosses tend to drop a lot more, but I mean, you could take him on, but yeah. Now, other players will also be attacking him, like everyone just runs in and tries to kill him. So yeah. Basically, I'd recommend standing behind your shield and then just spamming. Okay, so I killed this guy. He drops a lot more shards and a bunch of cash. Now, there's also a fire boss. His rewards, he drops a little bit less in terms of money and shards, but, you know, you get the idea. So, yeah, basically just use your shield to kill him. Also, every 10 minutes, one of these boxes open, alright? So you can open that, get some shards and cash. Also, don't forget to come in here to the capsules, because you can get rewards. Alright? So yeah, basically just stock up on shards. We'll go into them later. They are very important. So yeah, basically just use your starter powers, kill NPCs, and build up your Tycoon. So next thing we're going to do, get the lasers, and build up the wall. Then now we can get to the second floor. We can ignore things like lights and plants and crates. So yeah, now that we're up here, you're going to want to get the cash collector. Alright, once you get this chest, it makes it very easy to get to the cash collector, and, you know, basically now that we're on this floor, the powers we can get here would be a lot more dangerous if they fell into the wrong hands, even for fire. Even with a Tycoon as low tier as fire, it would be a bad idea. So we're just going to go up to the third floor, we're going to go ahead and just get the third cash generator, and basically, I'm just going to go get more cash. Basically, you're going to want to just grind out cash until a certain point, alright? Just grind out cash so you can get the walls and to defend. So I'm going to go ahead and get some cash. Okay, so we got some more power, or got some more cash. Basically, what we're going to do is go over 5 short. Alright, so basically just get the wall. Alright, you're also going to get the cash generator, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to skip them for now. I'm just going to show you this, but you know. So yeah, once you get the Tesla coils, basically these will kill anyone trying to get into your base. Like if someone manages to glitch in through your walls, these will kill them. So it's very important we get these before we unlock any powers. So yeah, I'm going to go get the rest of the stuff. Okay, so I went and grabbed 100,000 real quick, you know. Light work, no reaction. Anyway, you know, got the cash generator, got everything built. So basically, what we built this for, what we need is the shard converter. This is the big thing that will give us what we need. Right? Basically, what this does is it allows us to take 100 T1 shards and convert them to 10 T2 shards, which we can do now. And we can also take 50 T2 shards and convert them to 5 T3 shards, alright? This is very important that we get it, alright? So yeah, now that we have this and our Tycoon's defended, it'd be good to get abilities. Now these circle ones you can only get after rebirth, so I'm gonna just grab the other abilities that we can get, because these we definitely need, as well as the power armor. Now this is our aura, which gives us the boost, alright? We move a little bit faster, we have a little bit more health and jump, though jump is kind of useless, in my opinion. So, yeah. Now that we have these, we can start grinding for shards, alright? So, the reason we needed to get the shard converter so soon, alright, was because you can get powers from your Tycoon. You can get some good powers from Tycoons. But the problem is that once you rebirth, you lose the powers. And if you switch to a different Tycoon, you no longer have access to these powers. And some Tycoons have some better powers than others. However, there is a way to get powers that you can use at any time. Like no matter what Tycoon you're using, no matter how much of it is built, you can equip them at any time. And that is the backpack powers. I've got quite a few in here. I've got 16 currently. Now there's two ways to get these abilities. Now the first is this power shop, right here. You can get powers, you can buy them for a certain amount of shards. You got T1, T2, and T3, and then you can get ones if you get certain badges, although for me, they are currently bugged and it won't give me the badges, even though I've done basically all of these and should have all of these. It won't give them to me. It won't give me the badges, so, hopefully that'll be fixed with the next update. So, don't panic if it's not going to give it to you. It's bugged for me, and I'm not the only one that I know of. And as for these, I mean, you could save for these powers, but the only one really worth having, the only one that's actually any good is Dark Horde, and that's PvP only. So I'd recommend saving any T3 shards you get for this one. But there is a overpowered ability. The other way you get powers is by going up here to the mystery chests. Alright? Each one of these you can open to get one of 4 abilities, alright? And then you sometimes have a limited one. Now, if you got a limited one, definitely aim to open that, alright? Because limiteds can be pretty good. Alright? However, there may not be by the time you play, so, I'm not going to really talk about it too much. But yeah, so the super overpowered ability, so the ability that would make you overpowered early game isn't, now you might be thinking, oh, well, the T3 box is the best. Well, I mean, the T3 box is the best, so why not just go for an ability from that? You can do that. And the abilities in here aren't bad, but Void Ball and Void Blast are low damage moves with fast recharge, alright? So they aren't going to be super overpowered. Meteor Shower has really high damage, but its aim is very random unless you have a super rare glitch. Alright? I have seen a glitch where it hits where you're aiming, like where your mouse is. It'll hit where your mouse is. Like, as the first one, I've seen that, but that is a bug, and it's kind of rare. So don't expect that to happen. And the end, well, the odds of you getting that early game are slim to say the least. Even though it is the best power in the game, your odds of getting it are not high. The power I will say to aim for first is in the Tier 2 box. Dark Flames. This power, if you can get this power before your first rebirth, it is a basic cheat code. Well, let me rephrase that. If you can get the power before your first rebirth, and you figure out how to use it properly, it is basically a cheat code. Because a lot of players who get it don't know what they're doing with it, and so they either don't use it because it's not very effective for them, or they do use it and they barely do anything with it. And they're barely able to do anything with it. So, I'm going to equip it and show you guys what it can do. So Dark Flames is basically a stream of flames that shoots in whatever direction your mouse is. Alright? It'll last for a few seconds, has about a 20-second cooldown, so not the fastest cooldown, but it's not the slowest either. And it deals 200 damage total, which means any new players will be one shot. And if I take a full hit from this, it'll deal more than 2/3 of my health. It'll deal a lot of damage to me. Alright? Like, I have 250 health base health. It'll deal like most of my health if I get hit with the full attack. Yeah, it is a really good attack, but the problem is it's not long range. As you can see, they're getting hit with the flames, but they didn't take any damage. Like, the flames reached them, but they didn't take any damage. It is a close range only. So, I'd recommend getting in close and using it. Alright, as you can see, they died super fast. It is a really good move. It is the best epic. Like, Meteor Shower does more damage, but it is very low accuracy. So, yeah, definitely go for Dark Flames. And also, I would recommend trying to get Electric Stun as well, which, honestly, considering the rarities of both these moves, it's likely that you'll get Electric Stun first. Dark Flames was like the first power, one of the first powers I unlocked, but you know. But yeah, you can, so what Electric Stun does is you run in close, you can stun them, and then hit them with a close range Dark Flames. That is such an effective strategy. And also the ultimate move, Overblaze for fire, it slows down targets. Granted, it one-shot these guys, but it slows them down. It will give a slowness effect to anyone who's using it, so you can run in close and use Dark Flames still. So yeah, combining Dark Flames with Electric Stun or Overflame, what was this move called? Overdraft or something? Yeah, Overblaze. Alright, so yeah, combining Dark Flames with these moves that give the opponent slowness or completely stun them is completely busted early game. Like, there's definitely players you won't be able to kill. There's definitely things that will not die in one hit from that. But using these Electric Flames and Dark Stun together is a very effective early game strategy. So basically, what you're going to want to do is, once you get the Shard Converter and all your powers, and your Tycoon will kill anyone that enters it, basically just go over to this portal, alright, to the Realm Teleports, go to the Fire Demon Realm, which, if you're new, that's the only one you can unlock. Just enter this, and then use all of your abilities to kill these guys. Alright, they have 100 health, they'll drop shards, and then once you get enough shards, like once you get 100 shards, just go ahead and return to your Tycoon. You can just reset, and you know, once you respawn, don't forget the chest there. You can just go up, reapply your aura. You don't have to re-equip any of your powers, so don't worry about that. And then you can just run over to this machine, and then just upgrade your T1 shards to T2. And then once you get to 50 T2 shards, open the box. Alright. Once you have Dark Flames and Electric Stun, then go ahead and buy everything else you need for your Tycoon to rebirth. Because once you have these two, you're basically set. And it's really good if you also get the electric field power. I don't have it because I stopped going for these chests. I'm saving my shards, which I'll get into in a minute, but yeah. Basically, once you have the Dark Flames and Electric Stun, then Rebirth. We can get Fire. Now, we won't have any of the abilities that we had with Fire, but we now have Electric Stun, and we have Dark Flames, which means we can very easily go, well, before we do that, we can put the generator together, we can get all the generators we can, you know, get as far as we can in this Tycoon, equip Electric Stun and Dark Flames, might as well. If you want to get the powers as well, go ahead and do that. And then, basically, while your Tycoon's generating cash, you can just go to this realm with these two abilities, and then Dark Flames them to death, alright? They both have relatively fast cooldowns, so all you gotta do is wait for the cooldown, let them come, then go and do it again. Basically, just rinse and repeat while your Tycoon generates money. And you're gonna get a lot of money from doing this as well. Once you're at this point, now you might think, oh, well, I'll just get more powers for more chests, and I'll just keep getting chests, opening chests, because I can get all sorts of cool powers. I don't recommend doing this, alright? Because you see, these are the special Tycoons, and now these only cost rebirths. Like, you can get Samurai only if you have 25 rebirths. That's all you need. But for the special ones, you need to pay to unlock them. You need to pay cash, which you can generate at your Tycoon. You also need Tier 2 shards and Tier 3 shards, and really space is the best one in the game. Like, even though I have literally everything else, I could not defeat someone with space. They will one-shot me. That is how overpowered it is. But it is also the hardest one to get. Like, I'm still working on getting it. And, alright. So, yeah. Considering how many shards it takes, I would highly recommend just getting Electric Stun, Dark Flames, anything that's limited if you can, while it's available, because, I mean, that's, you know, collectibles once they're gone. Even if they're bad, it's basically just a collectible. And then just save the rest of your shards for space itself. Celestial is good. You might see a lot of people saying, oh, Celestial's good, Celestial's really good. First off, space is way better. And I honestly wish I still had 1,000 T2 shards and 500 T3 shards. And second, with Samurai, I beat Celestial. Alright, I haven't spent any Robux or Game Passes. I am literally using vanilla strength. Like, with Samurai, I can defeat Celestial. Even though most players use Celestial over Samurai. Honestly, I've just been able to defeat Celestials with Samurai. Like Celestial's a strong class, don't get me wrong, but it's just Samurai is better, and you can get that. It's just Samurai is a lot more effective, at least in my opinion, in terms of PvP. So, you know, like, Celestial is definitely a good class, but I just recommend saving all of your shards, as many shards as you can for space, once you have Electric Stun and Dark Flames. Alright? So, yeah. So, oh. And save up 400 T3 shards for Dark Horde. Don't get any of these, because they just aren't really worth it. As for the Tycoons, alright, so you can unlock more Tycoons using rebirths, but which ones are worth using? I wouldn't recommend Love unless you're trying to be a support class. It's not bad, it's just got not very good. It just doesn't have very good area of effect, so you have to be pretty accurate with its attacks. But the healing ability is pretty good. It's got a decent healing ability. Lightning, I would definitely recommend using next, because lightning has a slowness effect. Go ahead and get these. And re-equip these. So yeah, let it rain. As you can see, they're going a lot slower. Alright, it slows them down, which, like I said, slowness moves can work really well with Dark Flames. Also, yeah, Clouded Vision doesn't damage, but again, it is a slowness effect, which will allow you to run in close and deal the most damage with Dark Flames, alright? So yeah, as well, and most of these moves that Lightning has is, will do a slowness effect, alright? Most of the moves. It's not the heaviest hitter, like, it's not the best in terms of damage overall, but if you have Dark Flames, you can definitely make up for that. Like, it'll debuff, and then with Dark Flames, it'll damage as well, so, yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope this helps if you decide to pick up this game. Once again, would definitely recommend. I've been having a lot of fun on it. If you have enjoyed or this has helped, please be sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, as both of those really help out the channel. And yeah, with that, my friends, sayonara.